Man, you at the right place at the right time. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Coin Gang Ministries. My name is Ken Billions. If you didn't know, you are at the right place at the right time, talking to the right homie. What's happening with you? Man, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here yet again, chopping it up with the family. The number one home for personal development. The number one home for personal development. The place where you come ordinary and you leave extraordinary. This is ministry for the abstract mind, and it's a safe space for everybody out there that has an out the box philosophy. Happy Wednesday to you. Hopefully, you are somewhere being loved and appreciated and never, ever, ever, ever tolerated. What's good? My name is Ken Billions, if you didn't know. Thank you for letting me in your household. Thank you for letting me on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for just showing up, because there's so many other platforms that you could go check out. I definitely don't take your attention for granted. As always, if you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. If you can see me, press 1. And if you can hear me, press 2. Again, this is the number one home for personal development. This is ministry for the abstract mind, and it's a safe space for everybody out there that has an out-the-box philosophy. The rich man needs personal development. The poor man needs personal development. Personal development is for the babies. Personal development is for the gays. Personal development is for the heteros. It doesn't matter. Personal development is for everybody, and this is the number one place for it. So salute to you. Go ahead and press the like button. Go ahead and give me a share for the YouTube algorithm, for the Facebook algorithm. Let the algorithm know that this is the place to be right now. If you have babies, please keep them close. And if you have someone in your life that's trying to love on you, please let them, because this love thing is very, very, very difficult. So if you have somebody that's riding with you, that's checking for you, that forgives you, that is patient with you, yo, you should thank them, because the grass isn't always greener. Wherever you from, go ahead and throw that in the chat. Let me say what's up to some of the fam. If you got any businesses, go ahead and drop your business links off in the chat so we can network, man. Where we got, man? We got, I think we got, is the land in the building? Atlanta's definitely in the building. Shout out to you. I think we also got Toronto in the building. That's what's up. That's what's up. Where else we got? Where else y'all from? Where else y'all from? Starting to build off with a super chat. Shout out to Universal Wonder. Salute to you. Salute to you. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the 10 piece. Let me see where we got. We got Chicago in the building. What's good with that Heralds though? Hot and mild. What's popping? We got Memphis in the building. Hey, I'm trying to learn that juke. That Memphis juke was popping. You got me? Help me out. Oh man, we got East Africa in the building. That's what's up. We got the Bahamas. Okay. We got VA in the building. Shout out to Pusha T battling Jim Jones right now. A little bit of fuckery. Okay. Woo. We got Panama in the building. That's what's up. So we got a little bit of everywhere. That's what's up. That's what's up. If you got any business, website, anything, please put your links in the chat, because I do go back and I do want to support. So if you got anything that I can use, throw it in the chat, because I'll check it out later. We got NC in the building. Okay, all right. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you and yours. Look, I got a great build today. I thought about what I wanted to cover, what I wanted to talk about, and I had to sit with it for a second. You know, it's so much information sliding down the algorithm, and I always try to find what's missing from the algorithm and what's missing from the timeline. And I always want to have a message that is directly to the people that follow me. And so you can leave with a different mindset. So our build today is unlocking the mind, upgrade your software, and break free. And the reason why I chose this particular conversation is because I'm going through it myself. And I want y'all to pay close attention to a lot of content creation, how when people talk to you, they are talking at you actually, because they are missing from the advice that they give. They are missing from the ministry that they give you. They are missing from the personal development. Either it's about the system and what the system is doing. It's never about a person's behavior. It's never about a person's vice, or it's about a man or a woman. No one ever says what they did, though. So it's a lot of conversation going on where people are talking at the listener. And we don't do that here, right? I always put myself in the story. So upgrading software hits home for me because I made a mistake, y'all. I started this year with old software. I wasn't preparing for my 40s. I made a major mistake. I'll be honest with you. I actually started the year a little scared, not a little. I actually started the year very fearful because it was the last year of my 30s. And I didn't or don't still have a model of what 40 looks like. Because people that were older than me, that were dudes, were very unimpressive. I was unimpressed by older males that I see. So those that I seen that were older were in arrested development. They didn't have the things that I want. They weren't doing the things that I wanted to do. They didn't have a unique life. They didn't have a perspective that I was like, wow, I want to be him. So coming into this year, I came in stumbled a bit because I wasn't leaving certain 30-year-old mindsets. I wasn't auditing myself in terms of the thinking that I have in my 30s is not going to help me transition into my 40s and to my 50s. So I brought some things from my 30s into a space where I was supposed to transition. I was supposed to be preparing this year. But instead of preparing behaviors that I didn't even know that I had, because we're personal development, it's all about healing, it's all about chakras and blah blah blah, right? And you don't know you have the behaviors until a stimulus triggers you, and then you do it. And things were happening in my life, and I'm asking myself, damn, why am I still responding to that stimuli like that when I'm supposed to be healed? First mistake I made in my 30s. I thought healing was a monolith. I thought when you healed, you're supposed to sound a certain type of way. I didn't know that you could still be healed and slap the shit out of somebody. I didn't know that. I thought healing was about love and light all the time. But I don't feel that way all the time. So I would feel guilty, like, damn it, am I healed or not? Because I don't feel like forgiving this person, or I don't feel like reading today, or I want to listen to some problematic music, but I'm supposed to be healed. So the first mistake that I was making in my 30s was I thought that healing had this look to it, and I was performative with what I assumed the look was in regards to healing, right? Because I was listening to the peanut gallery in regards to healing, and there was a production, and it was like healing is now you're chasing butterflies, and you're so kind and you're so nice, but that ain't me though. That's not my temperament. So I brought that into 39. Healing does not is not monolithic. My healing and your healing is not the same. We're not going to land at the same spot, right? You can be healed and cuss me out still. You can be healed and drop F-bombs. You can be healed and still go to that same club. You can heal and still hit the pole. I was under the assumption that once you're healed, you look like this. Number two, I still had this heaven thing in my head from my religious days, right? Still kind of trying to get to heaven. I thought I left the church, but I'm still carrying around some of the residue because in my mind, I still kind of believe in this heaven or hell kind of shit. But see, I thought I was past that with all the books, with all the Gnosticism, with all the Kabbalah, with all the Masonry, with all the occultism. I still had residue from the past. So I thought healing had was a monolith that I had to look like I'm healed based on this performance because, I got to show up to people and I don't need no one saying, who hurt you? Right? I don't want to get hit with the who hurt you. I don't want to get hit with the, oh, you need to heal. Right? So I showed up a certain type of way based on the production. But I was showing up a certain type of way because in my psyche, deep in my psyche, I was still trying to get to heaven. And those things I was supposed to unlearn. I was supposed to upgrade my software and transition. My healing is not going to look like yours. My healing, I still, right? Your healing might be love and light. Mine might be dark, right? My healing still might be ratchet. Your healing, you still might be a thought. The only thing that we're missing about this healing process is healing means that I'm able to audit, right? I'm able to audit my pain, meaning the things that bother me, I'm able to divorce myself from it, and I'm able to take a look at it and ask myself, why does that affect me? Why am I crying? Do I really care? See, when you're not healed, you are deeply in the moment when things are going on and things are just happening to you, and you are a victim of the things that are happening to you. But when you heal from it, you're able to audit the pain and look at it for what it is, right? Doesn't mean you're not a thought no more. It doesn't mean you don't turn up no more. It doesn't mean you don't drink no more. It doesn't mean you don't smoke no more. It doesn't mean that you won't cuss somebody out. I was wrong at that, right? And then I was also under the illusion that once I healed, that I was going to go to heaven. Once I healed, now I was going to get the things that I want in life. I was going to get a new car. I was going to get more money. But the healing is about the feeling. It's how I feel about myself. There ain't no rewards for the healing. It's a personal journey, a personal feeling. They don't give you rewards for it. It's how you wake up every day. It's how you go to sleep every day. It's, yo, damn, I ain't got no money in my pocket right now, but all right, I'm cool. I'm going to make it through. It's also, shit, I got 10 bands in my pocket right now, but this money don't make me. I got a wife, I got a husband, great. Got a family, great. But if I don't have a family, I'm still whole. I got a Benz, but it's just a car. Or I'm riding on a skateboard and I'm still feeling like $1 million, right? That's what happens when you heal, right? It's not going to be a performance. You're not going to be all nice all the time. I should have left that last year, right? So now I got less than 6 months before I start my 40-year-old journey, and I'm still dealing with that. Like, Another thing, rubbernecking. Now, I'm a person where I talk about guard your ears and your eyes. I'll be honest with y'all. I've been doing a very bad job about guarding my ears and guarding my eyes, basically controlling my algorithm. I'll be honest with you. I've been doing a very, very, very bad job with that. I've been allowing some things to creep in my algorithm, my life algorithm, and my online algorithm, which are the same. There's no separation. And because of that, when my alarm goes off at 4 in the morning, I press snooze. Now, many people think these things are not connected, but they are. The reason why I press snooze is because the last thing that I heard when I went to sleep was fuckery, right? I didn't go to sleep to an audiobook. I didn't go to sleep to Earl Nightingale. I didn't go to sleep to Bob Proctor. I didn't go to sleep to Louise Hay. I didn't go to sleep to Wayne Dyer. I was listening to Whack 100. Be honest. I was listening to Whack 100 on Clubhouse gossiping, right? I was looking at the Brother Polite case. Oh, snap. But that's off. I'm off, right? See, when we're on our personal development journey, you got to lock in and you can't allow nothing to throw your personal algorithm off. What I'm listening to Whack 100 for? He ain't talking about what I want. No shade to nobody over there. That's not what I'm interested in. That's why I'm hitting the snooze button at 4 in the morning. That's why I'm starting my day at 8:30, right? Instead of 4:30. That's a big difference. All of those things are connected to each other. Why was I listening to the Umar Johnson conversation with these dudes as if that was enlightening to me? No disrespect to dude, but man, I ain't on that path. I don't give a damn about that conversation. Why is it showing up in my algorithm, right? That affects my diet. That affects what time I wake up in the morning. That affects how I go to sleep. That affects who calls my phone. Because I notice when I am not disciplined with my algorithm online and offline, because they're the same, I notice something. I start to get random text messages from people that I don't want to talk to, from people that I don't even have your number in my phone. I have to look up your area code to see what city that's from. I notice there's a correlation, right? Now, when I'm on my shit, those people don't hit me because my vibration is not attracting them. See, I came into 2023 with a little stumble because the personal development journey, let's be honest, it's a little boring, right? Making those mental upgrades as a woman is a little boring. Let's keep it real. Being a hoe is fun. I know why you do it, because you was doing it with me and it was a great time. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be at work and your cootie jump. You remember the moments that you was in Miami, like, and you hit your friend like, girl, remember when we was down in South Beach 2012? Girl, I'm already knowing. I'm already knowing what it's hitting for because I was having fun with you. Being sober is boring sometimes. Like, damn, where the pill at? Shit. Yeah. See, we got to prepare for the personal development. We have to actually upgrade our software before we do the work because we will relapse. You understand? When you are a natural thought like myself, it is my mouth salivates when I think about my past. I just be like, I be driving sometimes and I can taste the coke in my mouth. See, I'm being real with you. I could taste the triple stack. Like, I taste the alcohol in my mouth. It was fun, right? But all things have a season. See, when you try to go cold turkey and upgrade your software, that ain't how it's done. You have to prepare for the new life, right? You have to replace the pill with the thing that gives you the same effect, whether that's meditation, whether that's the gym, whether that's the reading. You got to replace the hoeing with the same thing that gives you the same effect. Now, I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard because I do my best work in that space. You think I'm good at this? Woo. See me in my other life. That shadow work, keeping it above. It's what I like. You know? So I wasn't educated on the personal development journey of, hey, in order for you to be another kind of guy, here's the blueprint. But before you get here, there's some work that needs to be done before the work, right? If you a natural hoe, there is some work you gotta do to be a different woman before that, right? And it's the complete shadow work, the complete acceptance of the fact that you are a hoe. I accept that I'm very thotty. It's just, I can't help it. Listen, I accept that if I walk in a room, some way, somehow, whoever the nastiest woman in this room is, her and I are going to be getting a drink at the same time. It's guaranteed. We are going to find each other. She got a signal on her. I have a signal on me. That's what it is, right? Now, I can be ashamed of that and do what most people do, try to run to religion and pray it off, or I can accept the fact that I just came to the planet like this. So did she. It is what it is. So what you just hear me say, a lot of y'all women need to just tell dudes, nigga, I came here like this. I came here to do my work. Mess with me or not. Right? Because I'm not about to hit you with the, oh, I was young and dumb. No. I liked everything I did. I don't like the money I spent doing it, and the timing was bad, right? Because I had other things to do, but I liked doing it and I like it. That's keeping it real for your ass, right? So that's the real shadow work of, hey, yeah, I'm a parent, right? Yeah, I'm a good citizen and I pay taxes and I show up in the daytime and kiss babies and help old ladies walk across the street. But at the same time, I have a dual nature, and my behavior when the sun is out is different than my behavior when the moon is out. And accepting that moon behavior is something, I be honest with you, that I really struggled with in my 30s. So those that are just beginning the journey, I want to help you skip some steps of whatever your thing is and help you balance it and understand that, yo, if you get rid of that part of you, you might affect the part of you that's great too. What makes you great is the things about you that you don't like. That's what fuels the thing that everybody likes about you. That's what fuels your singing, your rapping, your poetry. That's what fuels your public speaking. That's what fuels the thing that people are attracted to you for. There's something in you that you are ashamed of that other people are attracted to. See, they don't know that side of you, but that's the fuel. if you kill that, if you get rid of that, you will also have an effect on the other side. That's what I mean of upgrading the software, that you can be both. You can be a whore and a great mother at the same time. The two don't overlap. One is over here, one is over there. You can be a man that has specific kinks and be a good husband, a father, or whatever. One is over here, one is over there. But people tend, and the way we're taught, is to overlap them. So when you do certain things, you feel ashamed as a mother. Oh, what would my daughter think about me? Why would your daughter think about you there? That's your business. Just because you had children does not mean that you have given up your humanity, right? Upgrading the software is how you begin to think about life in regards to you. We do way too much analysis on the system, but we don't even know what we like. Yeah, man, in the 60s, man, the government did this and the government did that and the government did this. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about you and your shadow. Tell me about the part of you that you hide from people. Tell me about how far does your deviancy go? And can you check it and can you relegate it? When you go to the other side, do you feel shame? Do you hide in crowds in plain sight? No one would think that you have a specific behavior. See, when you upgrade your software, you understand venue. Over here, you're this. Over here, you're that. These group of people know you a certain type of way. These group of people know you a certain type of way. Don't introduce your smoke buddies to your drink buddies because they know different parts of your humanity. Leave them over there. Leave them over there. Your children does not have to know that part of you. That's your personal part. Your mother, your work friends, they don't have to know that other side, because humanity, humans are concerned with fixing human things, trying to make the world a better place. And that's not why you're here. You're not here to make the world better, because there's nothing wrong with the world. If there was something wrong with the world or the earth, it would do something to you, because the earth is its own organism, right? Right? The earth is an organism, right? So if there was a problem, then you would get addressed, right? Okay. So me, I had some issues coming into the year. Uh, I wasn't preparing. I wasn't ready. I wasn't. I had fear about turning 40. Instead of leaning into the new journey, instead of leaning into the process, instead of looking at it as an opportunity to be a better dude, for me, instead of looking at it as learn, man, I'm going to get to learn more. I'm going to get to see more. I know what I like. I was thinking that I was done. Right? I was thinking that, this was it for me and this was all I was ever going to be. And I was having self-doubt that my next 40 years couldn't be better than my first 40 years, because I was taking some things from the past into the future, right? Not knowing that, you know what? Everything that I knew before, I used it. I'm going to discard it. I'm going to sit down and write a new list. I'm going to have new concerns, new mistakes, new fears. I was starting to look at turning 40 and moving forward with a limited worldview. I was starting to look at 40 from a perspective of lack, that I'm going to run out of time, that I'm aging and my body is different, and can I start new hobbies? Can I do new things? I wasn't prepared. So if you're 21, 25, 29, in your 30, whatever it is, prepare for your next thing. That's you upgrade your software, right? Many of you are going to have children that leave the home because they're aging. You have to prepare for that, because that's a new you. Cellularly, that's a new you. You aren't the same man or woman that you were before when you had your children, right? Right? You aren't the same. You are different, right? If you have a divorce or you're getting married, you have to prepare. It's so much relationship talk, you know, and it's so performative. Y'all have to prepare to be with somebody. And the way that you prepare to be with somebody is intimate time alone by yourself. And then you have to prepare to be with them by spending time with them. When you prepare to be with another person, you can't date a talking point. You can't take that man and that woman and run him or her through a social media filter based on what the comment section talks about. When you are really trying to be with somebody, you can't take things from the shade room or baller alert or spiritual world and run that person through a filter. Oh, what's your body count? Or what's your credit score? And what y'all forget to even talk to the human. Y'all meet each other and you start to talk to the list of a person. So, what's your GPA? So, how much money you make a year? So, what's your retirement plan? Like, yo, what? What? Yo, you can't. Upgrading your software is just not based on personal development with yourself. Upgrading your software is how you approach relationships as well. And that seems like a area where people spend a lot of time talking about and trying to figure out, and it's so ill to me because it's not complex math. Okay, be involved with the human. The list comes second. Y'all come to each other like this, reading off a paper. So are you feminine fit friendly? Mm-hmm. So are you masculine? So do you listen to Cynthia G? Mm-hmm. Check. How do you feel about Andrew Tate? Mm-hmm. That's how y'all do each other. Personal development or upgrading your software has everything to do with relationships as well, and how you engage with people. Spend the rest of your year unlearning, unlearning what you think about women, unlearning what you think about men, instead of focusing on men and women. Why don't you focus on the individual that you personally like? Don't run a man through the whole species of men, and don't run a woman through the filter of the whole species, of the whole conveyor belt. Well, women this and men this. No, 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 no. Talk to that individual person, right? That man might be nurturing and a caregiver, and that woman might be a gun shooter and real hands on and real tough because she's from the South. They can still work, right? He might care about pets. He, she might not be better with children than him. You have to talk about the end of, or you have to date and be in a relationship with the individual and not talking points. Okay. So personal development and upgrading your software is just not for yourself, it's for other people too. Another thing in regards to filters or the conveyor belt or the assembly line, because this happened to me. I was looking at myself and I was like, well, I'm 35 and I'm 36, but I haven't did this. Oh, my life is over. You know what's so ill is that many dudes are giving women pregnancy stats based on old research. A lot of the men haven't upgraded their software. Do y'all not see 36, 37, 38, 39, 40-year-old women getting pregnant? Right? We are not even looking at modern medicine, modern science, the medical field, and how much it has changed. We are talking from a perspective that doesn't exist anymore. Women do it too. A man is supposed to protect me and provide for me. Provide what for you? You live in America. You can work. What are you supposed to do? The average dude is gonna make the same amount of money as you. Let's keep it real. Everybody's not gonna get a rich nigga. So what does he have that you can't get? Upgrade the software. Everybody. What is he protecting you from when you can get a gun? You can take martial arts. Upgrade your software means looking at the modern world and adapting to what's available to you. Women, if you have a fire ideal and work ethic, you can make $500,000 in a year, right? I seen women selling scrubs and body shit make $1 million in a day using social media. It can be done. It can be done. But these expectations that we have of people, a woman is supposed to do this. Says who? What is the archetype? What is the original model? Right? What is the original human did the behavior that you're saying that a man is supposed to do, and did the original woman do the same behavior? Are you comparing her to that? Where are we getting these ideals from of things that we want humans to be when it's summertime? How many of you have actually did your New Year's resolution? So we have these expectations of men and women, but yet promises that we've made for ourselves that of what we were going to do, we have not done. I can't expect anything from anybody. You know why, y'all? There's things on my vision board that I haven't done. There's things that I need to fix in my life. It starts with me. How can I hold you to something so concrete when I'm pressing the snooze button on my alarm clock? See, I'm all about being authentic. Yo, it starts there. How dare I expect anything from a woman and I'm not getting up when my alarm goes up, right? See, if I'm dealing with a woman, I don't have to say anything. The best way for me to teach her, the best way for me to mold her would be through my own behavior. I wouldn't have to say anything because women are very observant. So when they see that a dude consistently is doing this over and over, a certain type of repetition, yo, if she want to rock with you and what you're doing is positive and that could benefit for her, she's going to copy the behavior. We're going to mirror neurons. You teach people through your actions. How can I expect a woman to be a virgin and I'm a thought? How can I expect a woman to be good with money and I'm this? We are in the age where you have to be your philosophy. You have to be what it is that you are speaking about. So for me, coming into this year has been a hard struggle because I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform at a certain level. And I found myself underperforming based on me thinking healing was a monolith, right? I'll give you an example. I like a real example. Over my shoulder, that's a picture of my mom. She's dead. I'll be honest with you. Some days I'm like, man, fuck that bitch. Straight up. And then other days I'll be like, don't take it personal, Ken. And then other days I'm like, maybe it wasn't that bad, right? I go through the motions. Now, when I said fuck that bitch, somebody else would be like, oh my God, you can't talk about a black woman like that. Yeah, I can. I could talk about my mama like that. You don't know my mama. But Ken, that's your mother. And, oh, see, you're not healed. Says who? Says who? I'm being honest about how I feel. I'm being honest about how I feel. Fake healing would have me make the relationship something that it ain't. That's fake. See, I was under the assumption that I always had to give her grace at the expense of myself because I wanted to heal. So I put paint where it ain't and tricked myself in my mind that, you know what? Maybe our relationship wasn't that bad. But I wasn't doing that for me. I was doing that so I could come on here and talk to you. Because what it sound like me saying, fuck my mama and she dead? See, I'm not allowed to say that because I'm into personal development and, oh, he sounds so hurt. Hell yeah, I was hurt. That's me being real. Hell yeah, I was hurt. Hell yeah, that relationship bothered me. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it made me insecure. She didn't take care of me, right? And then there's days where I have a different train of thought where I'm saying, she didn't know how to take care of me. She didn't know how to take care of her children. That's the grace part. But it depends on the day. I still got the picture up. That's like the only picture I have of her, right? It wasn't cool. And that's okay. But the fake healing would have me believe, but that's your mom though. But that's your mom though. You got to learn to forgive. Why? Why? Forgive her or forgive myself? Forgive her or forgive myself? And me saying, fuck that bitch, that ain't got nothing to do with black women. That's talking about my black mama. My black mama is not black women. It's my mom. You see? See how I separate? Right? So on my healing journey, I separated my mom from black women. Black women haven't did anything to me. She did. But in an unhealed state, I lumped her with women and said, all y'all bitches is my enemy. That ain't the shadow work though. See, I upgraded my software when it came to that. However, I still thought that I had to give a level of grace, not to just her, but to all the elders, period, right? The elders that didn't leave any inheritance, the elders that didn't leave no land, the elders that didn't leave a journal that we can study, the elders that didn't uh, 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 le- uh, leave the family better for us. I thought that I had to give these people grace at all times. The elders that I seen white folks slap them up, and I gotta be like, well, no. I'm gonna feel how I feel about the situation, right? And I have that right? Just like my child has a right to feel however he wants about me. That's his truth from being in a relationship with me. He has that right. And I can't change his story. See, that's upgraded software, right? Upgraded software. I know, man, just because I'm your father don't mean you gotta respect me. I gotta give you something to respect. I have to present myself in a way that garners that. You know what I mean? That's upgraded software. And for me, each stage of our life, we're going to have to continue to upgrade the software. We're going to have to go back and audit our thinking and ask ourselves, does this mindset work? And can it get me to the next level? Right? Me, you know, racial thinking is not going to get me to my next level. Right? Collective thinking is not going to get me to my next level. I don't care what other groups do. I'm talking about me. I'm in the me business, not the we business, right? And my upgraded software means I create my own community based on people that see the world like me, and you don't have to look like me, right? That's upgraded software because there's a guy in my head that I want to be, right? I want to spend the rest of my life being, and I want to surround myself with those that can assist in that, and I can also benefit those people too. But that's through a vetting process. That's upgraded software, right? See, I don't assume because your skin is brown like mine that you my partner. And because your skin is brown, I'm not gonna come at you with $10 and your product is $15 and ask you for the hookup. Nah, dog, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So upgraded thinking or upgraded software you apply to yourself, you apply to the relationships, you apply to the system. You have to start thinking about yourself. Yourself and what does this mean to you? A lot of times we can only think in terms of the group, and even myself. uh I was coming into the year and I still had aspects of a group identity in terms of survivor's guilt. There was some people that I was afraid to leave because I knew they can't come. They lacked the language. They lacked the personality. They represented my old self. You know what I'm saying? They when we talked, they were always talking to a memory of me, but I ain't that no more. And because I knew they couldn't come, I stopped some of my scaling ability because have I if I go to the next level, then it's going to make us super unrelatable. We're not going to have much to talk about. It came to the point where I would I was out the country. I'll come back in the country and I get on the phone with somebody, specific person, people, and they ask me, what's going on with you? And I wouldn't even say that I just got back in the country. I would play it down because I knew that they could not handle that. They cannot handle that from me because their memory of me is, oh man, I remember when you was a little nigga. I ain't that though. You remember me when I was 19. That was 20 years ago. I haven't been that person in a long time. Many of you are going through that too, where the people that in your life, they're not talking to you now. They are talking to a memory of you. That's why the conversation with you is always about what y'all used to do or who you used to be. And you can't even share none of your current glow up. You can't even share uh, big things that you're doing because they're going to hit you with the most dangerous three words that you can ever hear. And be mindful of these three words. And when you hear it how it really sounds, because it's slick talk. They hit you with the it must be nice. When you are making your moves in life, whether that's marriage, whether that's profession, career, weight, whatever it is, I don't care who it comes from. If somebody hits you with the must be nice, you're going to fall out with them very, very, very soon. I wouldn't tell them no more of your business. You better keep everything from them. If you owe them any money, you better pay them back because you're going to hear about it. That must be nice is layered. It's going to come with a must be nice. You over there doing you must got a lot of money. Yeah, it must be nice. Hey, if you get hit with that must be nice, be very, 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 very careful because you could be sleeping with your worst enemy. You can be fellowshipping with your worst enemy. You can be in a marriage with your worst enemy. You can be going to the gym with your worst enemy, girl chatting with your worst enemy, lifting weights with your worst enemy. I made the mistake of creating a boundary and being okay with that. You know what? You don't match my life now. See, when you grow up poor, when you grow up in poverty, you trick yourself into thinking that just because we were friends when we were in high school, that I have to take you everywhere in the world with me. This happens on Facebook, IG, Twitter, all that. People from back in the day all of a sudden find your page and you give them your number. Oh, let's catch up. Why? Why? Yeah, it's been a minute. Why? See, in your mind, you think because they're from back home or y'all caught licks together back in the day, or y'all hoed together back in the day, or y'all banged together back in the day, that y'all need to be something now, and that's not the case, right? Don't give them your number, right? Don't. Here's a big one, and it's always come when you slip it. How I want to say this. A couple times in my life, I made the mistake of going back to some old pussy because it was familiar. Now, what makes it old is because there was a long period of time we had no contact. It's not old because we haven't had sex, because there's seasons. It's old because seasons were happening in my life and we had no contact with each other for a long period of time. And then some way, somehow, we reconnect, and now we baby girl, never go back to OD. Don't do that. If you ain't talked to him in a very, very, very long time, there ain't no Merry Christmases, Happy Mother's Day, ain't no tapping in on your birthday. You know, a meme here, a meme there. I'm talking about no contact. And then all of a sudden you get a DM for somebody, hey, how you doing? Hey, do you still live? And you ain't talked to them in 4 years, 5 years. Don't do that. You know why? That's a test to your software. See, when you upgrade your software, you're supposed to have a new experience on your phone. When you upgrade your software on your computer or your tablet, it's supposed to be performing in a better way than the old version. If you are sleeping with old dick, you the same chick you was when he met you. I've done that. I went back to some old because she know how I like it. And it's familiar and it's comfortable. But here's the thing. When you deal with an abundant mentality, whatever she was, whatever he is, you can recreate, yo. You ain't got to go to the familiar with fear that you can't recreate what you want now. I did that. Don't do that. Right? That's what I mean of upgrading the software. And sometimes we be on the fence because you're looking at everybody in your life and you know they don't match where you're trying to go. However, if you remove them out of your life, or if you scale, you're gonna be alone. You're gonna be by yourself. Who told you that lie though? Who told me that lie that I can't go out in the world and make new friends, make new relationships? Who told me that lie? Who told you that lie that that's the best woman you ever gonna have? That's the best man that you ever gonna have? Who told you that lie that the best, excuse me, who told you that lie that the best you was in the past? The you used to look this way. So I want you to spend the rest of this year finishing the journey. Understand that healing is not a monolith. Understand that heaven is what you make it. Do the work. Be honest about how you feel. Empty your cup. Understand that the mindset that you use to get where you are now is not a mindset that you can use to get to your who you're gonna be, right? And just because she, the hobby, the taste, the experience is familiar, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's progress, right? The things that we are familiar with has to be always evolving, right? If the person that you love or you like or you really dig, if you're familiar with them but the relationship is not evolving, it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. Mind, body, and soul, I appreciate you. You always come through. I appreciate you for the $4.99, putting it on the wood. I hope that wherever you are, beloved, my love, that you are somewhere upgrading your software, my love, and I hope that you are getting every single thing that you want. Uh, if you're truly serious about upgrading your software, you can go ahead and put yourself on my calendar, and I can help you with upgrading your software. I can help you with getting your game together. I can help you make the necessary changes. But at the end of the day, you are the one that has to do the work. This is how you talk to me. There is no other way, right? So you can either hit the accountability hotline, 888-565-8734, or you can put yourself on the Nothing But Game or the game enhancement calendar, right? If you are serious about upgrading your software, I'll be waiting for you. Shout out to Amazon Queen. Appreciate you, Amazon. Amazon Queen. What do that mean? Do that mean you like 5'10"? What do that mean? You one of the Amazonians? What do that mean? In a former life, I would have really wanted to know. I would have jumped in your DM like, hey, what that mean though? If you like what you heard, share the video. If you like what you heard, come back next time, right? If you like what you heard, take what you heard and go do the work, right? Because we are not in a time of leaders. We are in a time of mirrors. And if the person is asking you to follow them, but they are not giving you a mirror, they are your devil. The worst time in my life was when my mama was laid up in the hospital dying. I just watched her decay. You know, it was crazy. And I was looking out the window and I seen planes in the sky. People was traveling. It was cars on the highway. People was traveling. People was on their phone, just doing human things, you know. The worst period of my life, the world was moving. It didn't stop for your boy at all. She ended up dying and I was sitting right next to her. I seen the life leave my mama. The life leave my mama. I can't unsee that. Man, I ain't got no fear. What could you do to me? You think I care what you think? If I could see that, you think I care what you think? That's why I ain't got no problem telling you to pay like you weigh. Sock it to my pocket. I'm charging for my pain. You ain't gonna sit up here and take my game from my pain and run off and break bread with somebody else. Nah, you break bread with me. Respect the game. I ain't got no fear, so I don't care what you think. It's time for that 20 piece. This that $20 call to action, man. Pay like you weigh.